Story begins when we see in the middle of an enchanted forest, a brown-haired boy called Lloyd tries catching a horned rabbit but fails. A few moments later, an older tan boy called Shoma appears, having caught the rabbit. Lloyd happily runs over to him and hugs him. While they're walking back to their village, Shoma gives Lloyd a book. A few years later, Lloyd arrives at a town called Azami. Visiting a witch called Marie, Lloyd tells her he came from the village of Cumlin to become a soldier and asks her to live with her. Marie recognizes the name Cumlin but has never seen Lloyd before. Lloyd puts a crystal ball on the table, and out of it emerges a hologram-like image of a girl in a white robe. The girl, named Alka, is Cumlin's village chief and also Marie's former master. She orders Marie to let Lloyd live with her. The next morning, Lloyd prepares breakfast for Marie and tells her he wants to become strong like the heroic soldier from his favorite novel. He thinks he is weak, has low stamina, and is bad at magic, but it turns out he is severely underestimating himself. Marie is astonished when he tells her he ran all the way from Cumlin village to the town of Azami, and on the way, he even fought against monsters who were just harmless pests to him. Inscribing a handkerchief with the disenchantment rune, Marie also notices he can use ancient magic runes, which can accomplish things regular magic can't. Even though the disenchantment rune is powerful and can dispel any curse, Lloyd just uses it to clean dust and dirt. Later, somewhere in town, a blonde-haired girl with a red belt wrapped around half her face is walking through a dark alley when she gets attacked by a gigantic locust. Lloyd appears out of thin air, takes the locust, and throws it far away with his bare hands. He helps the girl stand up, and she introduces herself as Seelan, but Lloyd only tells her his name before hurrying to do an errand for Marie. At home, Seelan realizes she has fallen for Lloyd but snaps out of it, remembering she can't live a normal life. The belt around her head is cursed, and she can't take it off, which is why everyone avoids her. She remembers a priest telling her that one day strength will lift her curse. Frustrated, she violently tries ripping the belt off, but to her surprise, she takes it off easily. Realizing her meeting with Lloyd had something to do with it, she becomes obsessed with him, thinking of him as the person of her destiny. From the window of Azami Military Academy, two military instructors in green uniforms talk while observing a crowd of entrance exam candidates. Murdoch, a man with a scar under his eye, tells a red-haired woman called Callie that the stability of the kingdom of Azami rests on the military. Right now, their country's relations with the neighboring Jew empire are getting worse, and their princess has disappeared. Arriving to take the exam, Lloyd sits near Riho, a former criminal with a metal prosthetic arm. She gets scared of him, feeling his strength is like that of a monster, when Seelan suddenly appears and pushes her away. Recognizing Seelan as a princess, Riho thinks there could be an opportunity for earning money, so she sticks with her and Lloyd. The next day, having passed the entrance exam, Riho and Seelan are at the military academy, but they don't see Lloyd anywhere. Riho wants to use Lloyd to make money, and Seelan is obsessively in love with him. During her lecture, Callie announces that whoever finds the missing princess will get one wish granted. Riho and Seelan want to use the wish to get Lloyd into the army and decide to find the missing princess together. Somewhere in town, Lloyd is wandering around depressed. He failed the entrance exam because he couldn't pass the martial arts and written parts of it. Looking for a job, he visits a cafeteria, proving his skills to Chrome, the rugged-looking owner. Lloyd gets a job cooking and cleaning there. At her house, Marie tells Alka the king of Azami has become a warmonger and that someone is controlling him behind the scenes. She expects the king to declare war at the upcoming National Foundation Festival. Alka tells her she can't help her, since the villagers of Cumlin only interfere when the threat is beyond human comprehension. Somewhere else, a cocky man called Alan is confronting Seelan. He is a noble who also attends Azami Military Academy. Because Seelan beat up a man who was hitting on her, Alan thinks she is tarnishing the reputation of nobles. Seelan doesn't care about his complaints, and Alan gets angry as he swings his axe at her. The cursed belt that Seelan wrapped around her waist springs alive and blocks the axe, breaking it in half. Seelan is happy because she thinks it's Lloyd's power protecting her. While taking out the trash, Lloyd comes across the two of them. Murdoch and Colleen appear too, and wanting to see Lloyd's strength, encourage him and Alan to fight. Alan is confused, but accepts so he can show off to the instructors. Before they start their fight, Marie appears in a tornado and takes Lloyd with her, scared that he might accidentally kill Alan in a fight. Seeing Lloyd and Marie landing on a rooftop, Chrome approaches them and sends Lloyd back to work. Talking to Marie, Chrome finds out she is the lost princess of Azami. Being Marie's former personal guard, Chrome has been working secretly to look for her. Marie recruits him to help her discover who is controlling the king. While Riho and Seelan are looking for the princess, they visit Marie, surprised when Lloyd opens the door. When they tell Marie they need to find the princess so they can get Lloyd enrolled in the military academy, she almost reveals herself. After Lloyd leaves, Marie admits she is the princess of Azami and recruits Seelan and Riho to help her save the kingdom. She also says she is impersonating a witch because the one who is controlling the king is trying to find her. That evening, the National Foundation Festival begins. Among the lit-up stalls full of festival games and food, Lloyd and Alka are walking around and having fun. At the royal palace, Chrome accuses Murdoch of controlling the king. Murdoch admits he is the culprit. He says that because the king let fools run his kingdom and didn't retaliate against Jews' wrongdoings, he had to take matters into his own hands. When Riho, Seelan, and Marie enter the room, the king joins the conversation. We can see his eyes are red and his face is covered in green symbols. He reveals himself to be a demon who was controlling Murdoch, tricking him into helping him possess the king. Touching Murdoch's head, he turns him into a locust soldier. Murdoch, losing his ability to reason, attacks Riho, who blocks his attack while Seelan, Riho, and Chrome stay behind to fight. In the fight that transformed Murdoch and Marie, goes after her father, the king. Finding the key in the dark throne room, Marie attacks him with powerful elemental spells, but none of them have any effect. Blowing her away to the floor, he takes her arm in his hand and breaks it when he reveals himself to be the demon Lord Abedin. At the festival, giant locusts start attacking the townspeople, but Lloyd easily flicks most of them away. Lloyd thinks that Marie might be in danger, so he heads towards the palace. On his way there, he meets a scared Alan and gives him courage, telling him that he needs to face his fears in order to become a great soldier. Alan, motivated, gets up and fights the locusts. Hearing about Abedin as a demon lord, Marie remembers how Alka told her the villagers of Cumlin are allowed to help against a demon lord, so she runs away to get Lloyd's help. Back in the palace, Seelan and Chrome fight against Murdoch, while Riho finds Lloyd just outside the palace. Lloyd tries talking to Murdoch, but Murdoch attacks him. Lloyd blocks his punches easily and tells him his soldiers should protect the people instead of attacking them. Hearing those words, Murdoch calms down and remembers he wanted to create a world without war. Marie suddenly appears from the throne room, the king following her. She asks Lloyd to clean the king up with his disenchantment rune. Abedin tries attacking him with magic, but Lloyd flicks it away and wipes the green symbols off the king's face, exorcising the demon lord. The next day, in town, Lloyd runs into Shoma, greeting him happily. Alka comes running to Lloyd, but Shoma disappears somewhere as soon as he sees her. In Cumlin, Alka makes Murdoch work in the wheat fields as punishment, but he is happy because he can help feed the villagers. Later, Marie tells Alka she has decided not to go back to being a princess because she got used to her life as a witch. Riho and Seelan come to pick up Lloyd for his first day at military school. Meeting Seelan, Alka notices her belt is actually the skin of the beast Vritra, an artifact from Cumlin that protects its wearer from evil. Alan also arrives in front of the house because he worked hard against the locust invasion. The superiors offered to grant him a wish as thanks for Lloyd helping him before, so he suggested they enroll him in the academy, which is how he got in. Another day at Azami Military Academy, Callie announces they're looking for candidates for an upcoming competition against Rokiju's Sorcery Academy. Practice magic on an anti-magic training dummy. Lloyd's spells turn out to be so strong he destroys several dummies before Colleen forbids him from competing in the competition. At Marie's house, two blonde, blue-eyed sisters visit her. The shorter and older sister is named Mina, and the taller and younger is named Philo. Marie recognizes them as the famous mercenary sisters of Rokiju Academy, and they tell her they're looking for Riho. Suddenly, Lloyd comes home and is immediately attacked by Philo, but thinks she was just trying to swat away a fly. Philo gets impressed by Lloyd and wants to become his student, but Marie throws both sisters out for causing a commotion. The next day, the headmistress of Rokiju Academy, called Rawl, appears at Azami Academy. Together with Mina and Philo, she approaches Riho and tells her to come back to Rokiju Academy unless she wants to lose something dear to her. Riho gets angry at Rawl and leaves, saying she'll be waiting for her answer at the day of the match. Since then, Riho seems sad and concerned. Lloyd asks Riho on a date to cheer her up, making her blush and making Seelan jealous. At a cafe, Riho tells Lloyd she grew up in an orphanage where she met Raul and became friends with her. One day, Raul came to the orphanage with a mithril prosthetic arm for Riho. At first, she was happy, but she quickly realized Raul gave her the arm just so she can use her to pull out the holy sword out of a stone, since doing that would result in her death. Riho refused. Her prosthetic sucks magic out of anything it touches, so it's constantly draining her magic power, and she can't take it off. Since then, she has been running away from Raul, not being able to trust anyone until Lloyd touches her prosthetic, promising he will never betray her, making Riho blush. Seelan, spying on them, gets jealous but says they will beat Rokiju Academy together. The next day, the competition finally begins. In a big Colosseum-like circular arena, the chosen students from Azumi and Rokiju are gathered. It turns out the grand prize of the competition is the legendary Holy Sword, and both Riho and Raul are shocked. Raul immediately quits her position as headmistress and joins the competition in order to win the Holy Sword. Seeing this, Colleen makes Lloyd join too. In the first match, Philo fights against Seelan. Philo attacks with flame and thunder projectiles, but Seelan's belt doesn't protect her since Philo feels no malice when attacking. When Seelan threatens her belt, saying that she'll use it to tie up newspapers, the belt activates, protecting her from Philo's increasingly powerful attacks. She makes the belt wrap around Philo, restraining her, but the judge interrupts the match, disqualifying Seelan. Only magic attacks are allowed in the competition, so Seelan broke the rules by using a physical one. In the second match, Lloyd confronts Mina. As soon as the match starts, Mina fires a water projectile that envelopes Lloyd's head in a bubble in order to suffocate him, but he can hold his breath for so long that it doesn't affect him. Next, she summons a wall of water that envelopes him, but he blows the attack away with a wind spell, winning the match. In the final match, Riho fights against Raul. They shoot flame projectiles at each other, but they're evenly matched. Riho closes the distance between them and takes off Raul's mithril arm. Riho suddenly casts a small fireball at her, surprising her. It turns out she hid a magic stone inside her arm by casting healing magic over it. Riho prepares to cast a high-level water spell, scaring Raul so much that she faints. That night, Raul wakes up at her house, and her servant tells her that Marie was responsible for acquiring the Holy Sword. In the hospital, Raul is lying in a bed when a mysterious gray-haired man casts a spell on her, manipulating her memories. This video ends here. Thanks for watching this part. If this video gets 200 likes, I'll know you guys want me to continue this series and soon upload the next part. The link to the video will be in the description and pinned down in a comment in the comments section. See you later.